early this morning. Chance of rain 50%. Heat index values up to 104. Tonight, likely in the evening, then a chance of showers and thunderstorms after midnight. Cooler with lows in the mid-60s. North winds becoming northeast after midnight. Chance of rain 90%. Friday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-80s.
Hey, welcome back to the live stream. Just wrapping up some shopping at Walmart here in Veneta. I think I'm saying that right, Veneta, Oklahoma.
Chance of showers and thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the lower 70s.
Got some bad weather at some point here.
Around 5 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Saturday, mostly sunny. A chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning, then showers and thunderstorms likely in the afternoon. The upper 80s. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 70%. Heat index values up to 104. Saturday night, thunderstorms likely. Showers. Locally heavy rainfall possible after midnight. Lows in the upper 60s. Chance of rain 90%. Sunday, mostly cloudy in the morning, then becoming partly sunny. A slight chance of thunderstorms. A chance of showers. Cooler with highs in the upper 70s. Chance of rain 50%.
Gonna be getting back on the road here shortly.
Cloudy with
Just gotta look a couple things up real quick.
Lows around 60.
Got some weather coming in at some point.
Sunny. A slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Highs in the upper 70s. Chance of rain 20%. Monday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the upper 50s. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 80s. Tuesday night, mostly clear with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the evening, then partly cloudy after midnight. Lows in the mid-60s. Chance of rain 20%. Wednesday, sunny. Highs in the
So gonna run another live stream for a little while here.
temperatures yesterday at the Joplin Regional Airport.
I lost my signal earlier, was disappointed with the way it ended up, so we're gonna run it another hopefully hour and a half, 2 hours or so.
At the airport yesterday, the monthly total is 2.79 inches.
I gotta get my text-to-speech program up and running here.
Which is 0.9.
All right.
The normal high and low temperatures for today are 85 and 64. Today's record high is 103, set in 1953, and the record low of 50 was set in 19...
Could have some bad weather coming in here.
And now the hazardous weather outlook.
Oh, here we go.
Issued at 5:20 a.m. Central Daylight Time. This outlook is for northwest and west central Arkansas as well as much of eastern Oklahoma. For today and tonight. Severe thunderstorm. Risk elevated. Area eastern Oklahoma and northwest Arkansas.
Hi, Pruth. Welcome back.
Afternoon. Heavy rain and flash flood. Risk limited. Area eastern Oklahoma and northwest Arkansas. Onset this afternoon. Dangerous heat. Risk elevated. Area much of eastern Oklahoma and the Red River Valley. Onset this afternoon. Significant winds. Risk limited. Area eastern Oklahoma and northwest Arkansas. Onset late morning. Discussion: unseasonably hot, humid, and breezy weather will occur again today across the region. Heat index values between 100 and 107 degrees will be common this afternoon, with highest heat index values setting up across parts of northeast Oklahoma. A heat advisory has been issued for portions of northeast Oklahoma along Interstate 44 between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. today. By mid to late afternoon, thunderstorm chances will increase along and just ahead of an approaching coastal boundary as moves south through the area. A few storms may become severe, with large hail and damaging wind gusts being the primary hazards. Additionally, flooding and flash flooding concerns will increase as heavy rain develops along the front this afternoon and tonight. Localized amounts in excess of couple inches of rainfall will be possible. Spotter and Emergency Management Action Statement. Activation. Spotter network likely. And now the extended outlook for the period Friday through...
Alright, let me get this phone connected, my text-to-speech connected, and we'll get out of here.
Severe thunderstorm, high wind, dangerous heat, and heavy rain potential. Sunday, thunderstorm potential, heavy rain potential. Monday, thunderstorm potential. Tuesday and Wednesday, no hazards. Extended discussion, showers and thunderstorms will be ongoing on Friday as a cold front moves through the area, stalls, and begins to lift back north during the daytime on Friday. Heavy rain and flooding will be the main hazard Friday morning, but a limited severe threat will exist as well.
And Josh
Large hail and
McDonald
damage
says
winds.
hello.
Hello, welcome. Just getting my text-to-speech program up and running here, checking out the forecast. Got some weather going to come up. About to hit the road here in a couple minutes. And let me see if this did the trick. It took me a couple times to pull off a couple times earlier when I ran.
McDonald
Hey, there we go.
It's me birthday today.
Hey, happy birthday. Pruth, welcome back, buddy. Sorry earlier, man. I think my connection got bad. I had a feeling it might. That's why I'm coming back on again for a little bit. I just wasn't satisfied with the way the previous live stream ended up, so I'm going to run it again for another hour or two here.
Jocelyn McDonald says thank you.
How old are you, Jocelyn? All right. Fine.
And Jocelyn McDonald says 17 old.
Oh, well, happy 17th. You're almost a legal adult. That's not all it's cracked up to be. I wish I could go back and be a kid again. Yeah, I take that back. I'm still a kid. I'm just a full-grown kid at this point. All right.
And Jocelyn McDonald says thank you.
About to hit the road here. I am going to get on Interstate 44 for a couple more miles. I'm going to exit to Big Cabin, Oklahoma. Take Route 69 and 75 down on into Dallas. I'm not going to end up in Dallas today, but maybe end up about 100 miles away from there. Make this delivery in the morning tomorrow. Might have some weather coming up. I think the weather's actually coming from the
And
north,
Jocelyn
not the south, though.
says cool car.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's a Hellcat. All right, let's hit the road. All right. But yeah, I ran a live stream earlier, and the signal went bad. I was in a really rural area, and so I'm gonna do another one for an hour or two here. All right.
Now turn right and then turn left on
Oh wow, this is gonna be a tight turn here. That's gonna suck a little bit.
And Jocelyn McDonald says I love your car.
Thank you. Yeah, it's my car for sure. 707 horsepower. I like fast cars. I probably should have went out another way, but I made that turn flawlessly since there's no other traffic coming.
over speed limit.
Stopped off at a Walmart here. I was almost out of coffee.
Jocelyn McDonald says wow.
Got some traffic off to the left here. Oh, it's like rush hour out here all of a sudden, even though it's not rush hour anymore. All right, I think we can go now. All right.
After a quarter of a mile, turn right onto East Parkway Drive.
So we're gonna head back to Interstate 44. Stopped off at Walmart. I had to get some groceries and supplies and stuff. I try to not eat out, eat a lot of fast food and everything. Trying to be on a diet. I mean, it's working a little bit, but listen, that stuff takes some time. So Now, I'm 48 years old. Been driving for almost 20 years.
Now turn right onto East Illinois Avenue.
I am an over-the-road driver. I cover, probably 25 to 30
Jocelyn
states.
McDonald says see lots UF car.
But I was almost out of coffee. I do drink Starbucks, make my own coffee, truck and everything. I have a lot of amenities in the truck, so all right, got to make a left up here. All right,
Now turn left towards Will Rogers.
all right, get back on Turnpike. Only gonna get back on the Turnpike for another couple miles here, and then we're gonna get off on Route 69, which will join up with 75.
West towards Tulsa.
I have not been to these parts, and we're on this route in a good, 10, 11 years maybe. I miss driving out here. This is where I cut my teeth as a professional truck driver back in 2009. I worked out of Joplin, Missouri.
And Jocelyn McDonald says stop.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna stay west towards Tulsa here.
Now merge onto the highway.
Hey, if you're just joining in, thank you for checking out my live stream. I come on here, try to get on here at least 2 to 3 times a week for a couple hours at a time. I do have this text-to-speech program so I can communicate and respond to
Jocelyn
your comments.
McDonald says go.
Yeah, there must be a lag in the signal, so. All right. I got about 6 miles I got to run on this, and then we'll exit Route 69 here.
And Jocelyn McDonald says go, 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 go.
So once again, I'm not sure how well my signal's going to hold up. I'm going to be out on some U.S. routes in Oklahoma here, so we're going to give it a shot, see what happens. It is getting quite windy out. They're going to have, earlier they were calling for 60 to
And
70 mile an hour
Jocelyn
wind
McDonald
gusts.
says go Canada.
And then, but yeah, if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please make sure you do so. I do put a lot of other interesting videos up. Got a couple cool ones I'm going to put up later. I don't know if Pruth is still hanging out with us right now, but he was on the earlier live stream and we were talking about some extreme and severe weather. And so I got that video. I kind of threw all the clips I had together of that windstorm from Indiana back in March together. So I just got to add some subtitles to that. I'll get that up this afternoon.
And Jocelyn McDonald says I like McDonald's.
Yeah, I like McDonald's too, and that's a problem. Because McDonald's doesn't like me. It doesn't like my waistline. Jocelyn, where are you from? You live in Canada? All right, that's an old Prime trailer in front of me here, but it must still be attached to a Prime truck because dude's only going 60 miles an hour.
And Jocelyn McDonald says yes, Canada.
Oh, cool. I've only been to Canada once. I was up in Niagara Falls when I was 19. You only got to be 19 years old to drink in Canada, so I went over there to get drunk. I got drunk. Was at a casino over there, maybe Seneca Falls, maybe something like that. And back when I was 19.
Jocelyn McDonald says cool.
I could drive truck up in Canada if I wanted to, but I don't really. There's enough laws in the U.S. that I have trouble abiding by. I don't need to drive a semi truck up to Canada and start breaking laws in another country. So, man, it's getting windy out here. I'll roll the window down a little. Here, maybe hear some of the wind whipping around. It is going to get violent later.
And Jocelyn McDonald says it is my dog's birthday today.
So it's your birthday and your dog's birthday on the same day?
And Jocelyn McDonald says Fido.
After 2.5 miles, keep right to take exit 283 towards US 69, Big Cabin, and then turn left.
Good old Big Cabin. I haven't been down here in a long time. It's going to be cool to run this route again. I wonder what changes they made down here in the last 10, 11 years. It's been, there used to be a bunch of towns you had to go through.
Thanking your cab is what's coming up on you.
Yeah, I'm not sure who he was talking to there. I think it was the other side of the highway there. So, less than 2 miles, get off the exit here. See what this route is like nowadays. So, when I was owner operator.
Jocelyn McDonald says yes, birthday, happy dog, my Jocelyn.
So I'm gonna have to stop for fuel in Muskogee since my company decides where I buy fuel, and I don't get to make that decision. So.
Keep right to take exit 283 towards US 69, Big Cabin, and then turn left.
So the wind's going to be coming out of southwest, which is good for me because I'm going to be heading southwest.
And Jocelyn McDonald says okay.
The crosswind is what kills me. 60 to 70 mile an hour crosswind would put me dead in the water. That video I'm going to put on later had 60 to 70 mile an hour winds, and I almost got flipped over at least a half a dozen times. There was a truck on my route that did get flipped over, so I had to reroute. I'll be putting that video up, probably 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, U.S. time.
And Jocelyn McDonald says, do you like?
Now keep right towards US 69, Big Cabin, and then turn left.
All right, we're going to get off the exit here. There used to be toll booths here. I don't know what they're going to have here now. You used to have to pay cash money if you didn't have an Oklahoma tag here. I think it's all done by license plate or Oklahoma tag now. No cash here, which is good. There used to be long lines to pay this toll here, so any time savings is definitely a benefit.
Now turn left onto South Highway 69.
I remember stopping at that Big Cabin Travel Plaza many a times before. Gonna make a left up here. Back in 2009, when I was a brand new solo driver, I'd driven team doubles for a few months back in 2007, but these are the parts where I really cut my teeth as a professional truck driver. A guy named Daffy Duck took me under his wings for a short period to get me up to speed and everything, so forever grateful to that guy. It's paid off. I've had a very great, successful driving career. I haven't talked to him since probably mid-2009. Not sure how or why we lost touch, but possible he's probably dead now. The average lifespan of a truck driver is not very long. 55 years old, I think. So, and he was probably pretty close to that back in them days. So that was 17 years ago now. So 17 and a half years ago. So, but I always try to help out the younger drivers. If I see someone needs a hand, needs some info or whatever along the way, all because of the guys that helped me back in the day, I try to pay that back for the help they gave me. All right, I think we got a 55 speed limit now. Go ahead and increase this. So currently driving US Route 69, just outside of Big Cabin, Oklahoma.
And Jocelyn McDonald says it is my dog's birthday today. Nom is FLDO.
Yep, happy birthday to your dog. Happy birthday to you. Well, a little bumpy through there. I think they did pave this since I last been on it.
Says thank you.
I think you were on my live stream on Sunday. It was also your birthday and your dog's birthday on Sunday. Maybe that was Saturday. Can't remember now. No, that was Sunday. That was shit. I can't remember. So if you're just joining in, currently heading US 69 south, just outside of Big Cabin, Oklahoma. I'm on my way to Dallas, Texas. I'll make a delivery tomorrow morning.
And Jocelyn McDonald says I like car truck.
If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do put a lot of cool videos up as stuff happens out here. Got some cool ones to put up later today. Man, that wind is moving me around a little right now. I don't have very much weight in my trailer, which is it's kind of like trying to drive a kite down the road. Boy, I don't think they've paved this since the last time I've been on it. Thanks, Jocelyn. Appreciate you. Bumpy ride through here, just like I remember it 10 or 11 years ago. So not much has changed, I see. So, but all kinds of cool little towns running down on this route.
McDonald says no home.
So dealing with some heavy winds today. I think they were saying before I went through Joplin, they were saying 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts. If they get that high in a crosswind, I will probably have to call it a day. If it's hitting me in the head, that's okay. If it's a headwind, but a crosswind, that's just gonna risk flipping me over at those speeds with the amount of weight I have in. It does go down as a preventable accident if I get blown over in the heavy winds, mainly because if it's in the forecast, I knew about it. and I had the option and could have made the decision to park it before I got blown over. So
And Jocelyn McDonald says go to that.
no, I'm taking GLP-1, so I don't really eat anymore. No food for me.
And Jocelyn McDonald says go to the show.
Yeah, that'll be later, for sure. Well, hopefully my phone mount holds up here with all these bouncy roads here. We will see, though. So got a couple 100 miles to do on this before it turns into kind of like interstate type of highway again. So all kinds of towns, small towns to go through here. I remember there's Pryor, Muskogee, Shakota, McAllister, Kiowa. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Durant. So I used to run these
At Proof
route all the time.
001 said hi.
Hi Pruth, welcome back, man. Sorry about earlier. I think my signal just kind of died out in the country, but the evil neuro guy that was on there earlier had sent a message saying it was a bad signal, bad connection or whatever. I ran it for another 30-40 minutes after that, and I didn't see anyone on there, didn't have any comments, so I'm guessing it just went all bad. But that's why I'm back on here again. Plus I haven't been on this route in so long, I figured I'd share it with y'all. So, but definitely miss running this part of the country. First time, I'm absolutely thrilled to be coming down this way right now. So even though there's a lot of traffic lights and it's going to be slower, I'm not really under the gun for time right now as far as my delivery goes. So
At Proof Garage Sonar 001 says where are you going?
on my way to Dallas, Texas. So just currently, I'm not sure what town this is, but I was just in Big Cabin, Oklahoma. That's where I got off Interstate 44 at.
And Jocelyn McDonald says go to the shower.
Yeah, I can't do that when I'm working, so.
And Jocelyn McDonald says me. And Jocelyn McDonald says bye.
Bye, Jocelyn. Chat with you next time. Thanks for joining in for a bit there. All right, waiting for the speed limit to go back up. But yeah, just heading on down to Dallas. I'll make this delivery tomorrow morning. They tell me it's going to take 15 to 20.
McDonald says I love you.
I love you back. All right, let's make some room for this guy on the shoulder here. Ooh, 65 speed limit. Let's fire it up. Hammer down. They tell me it's going to take 15 to 20 hours to unload this trailer. I have
Josh
no idea what's in
McDonald
here.
says thank you.
But I'll be very disappointed if it takes them 20 hours to unload a trailer. So, but we will see what happens on that. Ruth, I don't know if you've been on here the whole time since on this live stream, but I did find a lot of that video from that windstorm earlier. I'm going to throw up later on too, so I think it's going to be like 4.5 or 5 minutes. I'm kind of just slapped together all the separate clips I had into one, and then I'll put a shorter one up with it as well. So you get to see the truck that was flipped over and all that good stuff.
And Jocelyn McDonald says bye bye bye.
Bye, Jocelyn.
At Proof Garage Sonar 001 says alright.
Man, it's getting windy out here. Pretty much taking it right in the face. And roll the window down a little. Hear some of it. I think there's only about 40 mile an hour wind gusts right now. Put the window back up so you can hear. If I was taking a crosswind on this, I'd probably have to think about hanging it up for the day. I think I still have some PTSD from that storm back in March in Indiana. No, that stuff was crazy. So, but out of all the extreme weather I have to deal with, man, I'm telling you, I think wind is probably what bothers me the most. It's just so you can't see it, unpredictable. You know, if it's ice and snow, you can see it falling, you can feel the ice underneath you, the wind. I mean, it just, bam, out of nowhere, and it smacks you. It's so dangerous. Almost got flipped over back in March at least 6 or 7 times. Yeah. I'm pretty sure my trailer tires, came off the ground at least a couple inches trying to flip me. So it was a harrowing experience for sure. Also going to put a video up of the ice storm I went through in Nashville back in January and February. That was a pretty cool video, so I'm going to repost that as well later on. Since that Magoo guy was talking about, asking me about extreme weather or whatever earlier, so what's the worst weather I drove through. So a lot of extreme weather out here, depending on what part of your country in, depends on what type of weather event it will be, but I pretty So gonna hang with y'all for maybe another hour and a half here on this live stream. I looked at the radar right before I went live just to see where this bad stuff was at, but this AccuWeather radar is so horrible. There's like literally nothing on the map.
001 says, are you using cruise control?
I am right now, yeah. Yep, I try to use cruise whenever I can. If I was taking the wind in the side, I would not use the cruise control. Or if it was raining, I don't use cruise control. Or if there's ice and snow, I don't use cruise control. So too oftentimes, if you lose traction in ponding water or hydroplane, or if you slip on the ice and you have the cruise control on, it's just going to spin you out even more. So it's 100% not safe to use cruise control in rain, ice, or snow. They do have active or adaptive cruise control on a lot of newer vehicles. So if the car in front of me is slowing down, my truck will actually slow down by itself when I have this cruise control on. But I still don't want to take a chance at losing traction and it not kicking off or disengaging. I've seen accidents where cars have had their cruise control on in the rain, spin out, lose control, and get plowed by a semi and die. So I've seen a lot of dead people over the years. Highways, I don't care where you're at, highways, roadways are extremely dangerous. Man, bumpy road. Pryor, Oklahoma. That's where I delivered the first run I did back in 2009. I went and picked up empty Gatorade bottles in West Chicago from some plastic plant. Ooh, thought that motorcycle was going to go, and that would not have been good for the motorcycle. And then I had to deliver to some Gatorade facility here in Pryor, Oklahoma. That was the first solo truck driving run that I did. I think it was up here off to the left. Might have been back there, I can't remember. It's been so long now. Boy, this is a pretty bumpy road. I forgot all about how choppy it was on this route. Figured they would have maybe fixed some of this over the years, but guess not. So I think they might have closed that Gatorade facility down that I delivered to. So, pulling through Pryor, Oklahoma right now. I don't know, my signal might be taking a beating here, I'm not sure. Maybe this isn't Pryor. That's a truck being towed in front of me. Kind of looked like it was gonna hit me head on for a second there, but it is moving the same direction as me. Once again, not sure how well my cell signal is going to hold up here on this broadcast, so hopefully it does good. Ooh, Charlie's Chicken and Barbecue. That sounds so good right now. Man, my windshield's a mess with all these dead bugs. I'm trying to get some of that out of the way. Well, that wind ought to dry the windshield pretty quick. Pretty much in Tornado Alley right here. as you get up by Tulsa, Oklahoma City, it gets pretty crazy out in those parts. I was in Oklahoma City one night. I was taking my 10-hour break, and tornado warnings everywhere, tornado sirens going off, and I just ate some Benadryl, went to bed. Woke up next morning, looked at the news reports. There's like 19 touchdowns all over town. It was pretty wild. But the area I was at was unaffected, so. I used to go to a Walmart down here in McAlester, Oklahoma. Anytime I'd be running down this way, I'd stop off there, get some groceries and supplies and everything. But from what I can see, I looked it up yesterday, they don't really let trucks in there anymore. So I stopped at Walmart in Veneta, Oklahoma there, where I started this live stream at, and got some stuff. It's almost out of everything. Man, it looks like an undercover cop there, unmarked plane wrapper. Yep, election time again. Wah, wah, wah. Got a helicopter flying around up to the left there. Got to be pretty tough trying to fly a helicopter in these heavy winds, but I'm sure they're pretty used to it out here. Probably hard to see. Whoops. I'm over the speed limit. Yeah. Be quiet. There we go. Yeah, I think that was prior. It's been so long I can't remember. So I'm also over on Facebook under Johnny Dangerously. Because there's a movie named Johnny Dangerously, it might be a little hard to find me there, but if you search Johnny Dangerously digital creator, Johnny Dangerously truck driver, you should be able to find me there. The only reason I mention is because I don't know how to get photos up on YouTube or whatever, but I do put a lot of pictures of stuff up, so you can see some additional. I usually put the same videos up on YouTube as I do Facebook, so not a lot of extra stuff there, but yeah, a lot of pictures and stuff. I don't even know if there's a way you can put pictures on YouTube, but still figuring this app out. But if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do put a lot of other videos up throughout the week. There's a Walmart off to the left there. A bunch of trucks parked out back of there. Probably could have went here. So I'm guessing my signal's biting a big one here or something, so hopefully that's not the case, but it could be. Come on, green light, let's go. Another red light. Lots of traffic lights for the next couple hundred miles here, so. I might be getting tired of this route already. Hey, Pruth, if you're still there, how's my signal holding up? I thought this was going to be a little more gentle than that. All right, hopefully you got a nice long stretch of 65 mile an hour speed limit here. Hopefully this guy in front of me starts speeding up. Come on, buddy. Gots to go. So in Durant, Oklahoma, they got Choctaw Casino. A big, nice poker room there. Played a lot of poker. Drank a lot of whiskey there. Wish I had time to stop in there tonight, but no time on this. I've done a World Series of Poker circuit events there before. Pretty cool little spot. Alright, why are these people going slow? 60 miles an hour. He just gets behind a guy going 60 miles an hour. Alright, well, get this car past me over here. I don't know why they're going so slow. I mean, it's a headwind, so I don't know what everybody's being babies about here. Probably them slow cars over in the left lane. That's why this guy got over. Oh my goodness, man. Alright, hopefully once that guy goes left, I can get in the left lane. Past these slow pokes. What are you doing? Well, that's good. He's got his left signal on, but he ain't been turning yet. Oh, well, so much for the 65 speed limit. Wah, wah, wah. Ah, I missed that sign. I think we might have a lane closure up here. Shoto, Oklahoma. Alright, maybe we get some of these slow cars out of the way now. Come on, people, move it. Yeah, and then we got this construction up here. Right lane closed, of course. Boy, what a time drain this route's going to be today. It's 11:30 a.m. local time here. Oh crap, I forgot. I gotta put my chicken away. Picked up a rotisserie chicken while I was at that Walmart, but it's too hot to stuff in the fridge right away. It'll warm everything up in the fridge.
Our 001 says what time is there?
It's 11:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time where I'm at right now, so no rush hours going on or anything, just driving through some construction now. Did my signal go bad for a while there? Or? Well, we got some construction vehicles here. All right, if you're just joining in, currently heading US Route 69 southbound. Just went through Choteau, Oklahoma. On my way to Dallas, Texas for delivery tomorrow morning.
Sonar 001 says, have you been to Detroit Ishospeed's hometown?
I've been to Detroit a bunch of times. I didn't catch what the other part of that. We have done deliveries, made pickups and deliveries all in and around Detroit before, so. Yeah, where I live is only about 3 or 4 hours drive from Detroit. Oh, I'm ready for this construction zone to be over with. Man, I'm losing all kinds of time on this route. You can see, I don't know, maybe you can see a little on the right side over there. They got the side of the highway I would normally be on completely torn up. I don't see anybody working though. Where's everybody at? Come on. Got work to do. So probably going to drive another 100 miles or so today. I did not get the day off that I was expecting to get off a couple days ago. Well, yesterday I was supposed to be off, and they somehow talked me into not taking that day off, so I'm just kind of taking it a little bit easy yesterday and today, trying to rest and recover in between trips while I'm on a trip. I'm on day 25 right now in a row, been recapping for that entire time. I do have some home time scheduled next weekend, so I'll be off. Hopefully I'll get back to town late Thursday night, early Friday morning, so I definitely won't be live streaming next weekend. Probably be back on with a live stream on Sunday, though I run irregular routes and I have no idea what direction I'll be headed, where I'll be going, what's going on, any of that, so kind of just got to play that by ear. But if you're just joining in, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Boy, this is a pretty long construction zone here. Maybe it's almost done. Let's see here. Well, I could have stayed on the interstate and probably took 44 over to 35 or 40 to 35, something like that, I-35, but it's been a long time since I've been down this route. Wanted to see what it's like, what's changed about it. I was owner-operator, bought my own truck back in 2012 off a friend of mine that was driving for a company in Muskogee, Oklahoma. One of my best friends, Russell, who's since passed away, gave me a super good deal on one of his older trucks. There's a long story to that, but I'm not going to get into that today. But rest in heaven, Russell. Miss you, bro. Definitely a scorcher out here today. It's only 86 degrees out right now. I think the high is going to be 94, and they're saying with about a 107 degree heat index, so it's going to feel like 107 degrees out here. Oh. All right, looks like this construction zone is over. Where's that speed limit increase? Come on, got to go, got to make some money. Speed limit should be 65. It's at End Roadworks though. I'm just gonna kick it on up there. Tired of going 5 to 10 miles underneath the speed limit. Bunch of slowpokes going through them towns. Ain't got no time for that. Come here, coffee cup, scrunch. Man, windy. Oh. Well, I was gonna get back over, but I'm gonna wait a second since construction guy here. Another construction equipment in front of him. Come on, man, don't tell me there's another construction zone already. Nope, just mowing the grass. Man, I'll roll the window down so you can hear some of this wind. Well, I'm gonna make a quick phone call. I'm gonna hit the mute button on the live stream here. I'll be back with you. It looks like Alright, I'm not sure if my signal's working too well or not. I just got out of another construction zone and got to go 65 miles an hour for about 1 mile. I do have to get pulled off here somewhere because it's about time to put my rotisserie chicken in the fridge before it goes bad. It was too hot to put in there when I first bought it. I don't want to ruin everything in my refrigerator. I actually have 2 refrigerators in the truck with me. I had them take my passenger seat out. So I have a refrigerator sitting in my where my passenger seat would normally go, and then there's another small refrigerator in the back sleeper berth portion of the tractor. So all right, go to another town here. Just went through McAlester, Oklahoma, so I used to stop at the Walmart there all the time. Oh, that's bumpy road there. Well, if I get a red light, I'm gonna pop the brakes and throw this in. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna.
At Alexander Garcia-M3P says I like cookies.
I like cookies too. Alright, I'm gonna get pulled off so I can get my chicken in the refrigerator here. Alright. That's gonna be dinner for the next couple days. Still a little warm though. God damn it. Oh, that's great. Our fridge came open back here. Not good, not good. Let's see how warm that milk got. No, I'm good. Fucking sons of bitches. No! A disaster on my hands here. Well, I'm just shoving a fridge that was probably open for 45 minutes. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Alright, stay closed. Damn it. Oh, the bumpy roads knocked all my cabinets open. Shit flying everywhere. Oh my gosh, man. Can't hardly fit anything else in here right now. What just fell? Alright, that's a protein shake. I'll do that right now. Alright, sorry about that. Minor catastrophe on my hands here. Alright, let's get back on the road. Hey, if you're just joining in, thanks for checking out my live stream. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Currently heading US 69 southbound on my way to Dallas, Texas. Get merged back into the highway here. Probably gonna run this live stream for another 30 minutes or so. Probably as soon as I need to use the restroom, and then we'll call it a day on here. Oh, I have not been through McAlester yet. I thought I already went through McAlester. What the hell town was that? Muskogee in 5 miles. Oh boy, I gotta get fuel in Muskogee. Been a long time since I ran this route. Well, I'll just let this run through, get some fuel and, yeah, I don't know. If I'd have known it's that close to Muskogee, I would have just put my chicken in the fridge when I got here. Time flies when you're having fun though, I guess. And once again, 65-mile-an-hour speed limit for about a mile. Man, this route has been pretty crappy so far. It's filled up with the construction. All the higher speed limit sections of it are all 50, 55 miles an hour, all tore up, single lane. And by the feel of the road, I don't think they've done any construction in the last 10 or 11 years since I've been on this route. Stop coming up at the top of the hill there. Go ahead and get over now. All right, 45-mile-an-hour speed limit here. Alright, we're going to get stopped here at this pilot and get some fuel. We'll fill these tanks up. Still got about a quarter tank. Got to get some DEF diesel exhaust fluid while I'm here. This is not my favorite pilot to stop at. It's a pain in the butt getting in and out of this place. And it looks like most of the pumps are pretty full, except for maybe that one down on the end. By the time I get in there, it'll be probably open pump, hopefully. So I don't like to take a lot of time on these. Come on, dude, go! On these fuel stops, like to get in, get out. A lot of guys are taking their 30-minute breaks on these fuel islands, clogging the pumps up. We'll see what the situation is up here. Alright, gonna keep this live stream running through this. That guy's probably waiting for an open pump.
After 1,100 feet, turn right and then turn left.
Well, there was not one open on the end, so we're going to wait in line for some fuel here. Try to let this guy go. Until a guy gets behind me, I won't pick a pump. If one opens up, I'll let this guy take it since he was here first. I think he's just going to pull up to some here. Alright, that rail is whatever. Alright, now I'm just going to pull up. Looks like that rail is almost done, so I'm going to pull behind this May Trucking. That way, if the pump to the left opens, well, this guy's pulling up, so I'll let him, he's going to get some reefer fuel here. I was going to let this guy go. Another guy pulling in right now. The guy on the left is about done. I'm trying to block up all these pumps here so I can get whatever one opens up next. If I can, I'll let the guy that's to my right go since he was there first. I think the rail's going to open up. I'm going to take that. By then, this May trucking should open, and the guy in the white truck to my right could get into there. Oh, come on, dude. How long are you going to take to top your tank off, man? Oh. Absolutely hate waiting for fuel here. Got 4 trucks now waiting. None of these guys can pull their trucks up, get the f out of the way, and go inside, order some food. How long is this guy gonna take topping his tank off? What are you doing, dude? That guy's already done pumping reefer fuel before this guy can top his tank off. What the f is he doing? Now this guy's gonna wash his windshield, this May trucking. You couldn't have done that while you're pumping fuel. No time management principles at all from some of these guys, let me tell you. They just do not give a shit. This guy, I don't know. I thought he was topping his tank off. Apparently, he just likes to sit there and hold the pump at a weird angle because he's weird. All right, this May truck is going to go. I'm going to pull up. I'm gonna pull up here. Hopefully this guy hurries up. It's a young kid. What is he doing now? Checking to make sure he put his cap back on his reefer. Always good to double check that stuff. And this guy over to the left, what the hell, dude? What are you doing? It's got a thing you can set it so you don't have to stand there and hold it, you know? I mean, it's, Jesus. All right, let's get some fuel. Need fuel, need def, need to clean my windshields. I'll let you guys hang out for this. Change my logbook on to on duty fueling. Boom, there we go. What's my mileage? 49,504. Let me grab my reading glasses here. All right, let's do it. Alright, put the fuel card in. Get my rewards card in. Probably be able to hear some of this wind whipping out here. Oh, where did I go? Where did I take my rewards card? Oh my gosh. There we go. I'm gonna get tractor fuel. DEF. Truck number in. What the hell was my mileage now? 349,504. Alright, put my driver code in. Enter. No cash advance. No additional products. Continue. Alright, got the driver's side pump going. As an announcement, if you're done fueling, to move your truck. Alright. Here's a concept the driver that was previously at the spot couldn't pick up on, is you can clean your windshield while you're pumping fuel. Leave that soak. All right, up to 70 gallons so far. I bet you'll take about 120, 130 gallons. Pretty cheap too, $4.75 a gallon. I paid $6.64 a gallon about a month and a half ago, which is ridiculous. I only get a little more than 7 miles to the gallon. That's worth $1 a mile for fuel. Alright, that pump stopped. That guy's giving me the evil eye. Alright, we're gonna go 114 gallons is what it ended up being. Alright, DEF fluid. Pretty empty on DEF. DEF takes forever to pump. These DEF pumps are horrible. Oh, I can't believe that guy was able to make a left-hand turn right there. That is not the way to go to get out of this place if you're going left there. Not sure if you guys can hear me out here. Not sure how good this microphone works. Well, 9 gallons of DEF pump so far. What was that? This dude just sprayed water all over me. What the fuck was that? $15 gallons of DEF, that'll be it. Alright, hang this up, put my cap on, pull up, get the next guy up here. All right, back in the truck. Let this guy walk in front here.
Scattered thunderstorms. A chance of
Well, I don't think that car knows where it's going. It's the wrong side, that's for sure. Alright, I need to pull up and stop here for a minute. See if I can get the Bluetooth hooked back up here. Alright, should be back on with that. Leave it to your imagination what I might be doing right now. All right, finished with that. Let's get back on the road. So we're gonna hook to the right and go out with the traffic light. We gotta go left here. Come on, dude, what are you doing, man?
Now turn right and then turn left onto North 32nd Street.
I think this guy might be wanting to park or something. Hopefully he'll let me go around. Probably not. A lot of these guys do what's called the ELD crawl, where they don't go above 5 miles an hour. They'll drive 4 miles an hour, so their E-logs do not click on. They can stay off duty or off the driving here. This guy should let me play through, but he's not going to, and I'll probably cut him off when he pulls up to get straight. I'm going to zoom on past him. He does not have his four-ways on. Let's go. I ain't got time for you, bro. Put your four-ways on next time and don't take so long. Hey, if you're just joining in, thanks for checking out my live stream. Just got done getting some fuel here. I'm gonna keep the live stream running for a little while longer anyways. I'm kind of having fun today. Haven't been on this route in a good 10, 11 years, so. Currently in Muskogee, Oklahoma. We're gonna come back out to this traffic light and make a left and continue on US 69 heading south. It's going to join up with US 75 or turn into US 75 at some point for a little while, so probably going to have to sit through this light for a couple cycles here. No arrow here to turn. Boy, that guy that was at the left pump when I was pulling up and waiting was still there. He pulled up. I don't know. Some of these people just got no brains. Yeah, I told you. I thought I was going to have to sit here for 2 cycles. So yeah, he just, I mean, he was just pumping his fuel all weird, and so many people out here just don't know what the hell they're doing. No sense of urgency, no sense of time management. Shit for brains. So. Not everyone. Some of the smartest guys I've ever met are truck drivers. Some of the dumbest people I've ever met are truck drivers, so. And there was one guy that got like little hoses, little water faucets with some hoses on here. He was like spraying his truck down, sprayed me with water. Barely got me. If he would have got me more, I would have turned my Ray-Ban Meta glasses on and filmed that for a later video, how I handled that. Hey, if you're just joining in, please hit that subscribe button. All right. No turn signals on these vehicles. They're going straight. A couple kids on the riding lawnmower, so that's pretty cool. Do that in the Northeast, you probably get
Follow the road for 2 miles.
child neglect charges and child endangerment charges, catch a felony out of that somehow, but that's just the way it is down here in Oklahoma. So kids can stay in here, I think. That was a weird, was that like a little crypt or mausoleum that was crushed? That was a weird little whatever there at that funeral, that cemetery. All right, well on our way now. Go through Muskogee, Oklahoma here. That's where I bought my truck at, man. And I took a Greyhound from Kansas City. I had a terminal there. Took a Greyhound down to Muskogee, got together with the buddy I bought my truck from, spent a couple days down here getting all the paperwork taken care of on that, hung out with him, and got some good memories from these parts. So been a long time since I ran this route. Could have went a different way. That would have been a little longer. This is the correct way to go to where I'm going. But I was real excited to be running this route, so that's why I came back on today running another live stream, is kind of get it recorded and save it for posterity or whatever. So I'm getting pretty tired though. I'm 9.5 hours in. I'm allowed to work 14 hours in a day if I need a 10-hour break. right, let's go.
After 1 mile, continue straight ahead onto South 32nd Street.
90 degrees outside right now, scorcher. Heat index supposed to get up to about 107 degrees today. A little interesting tidbit: when I was owner operator, that truck I bought off my buddy here in Muskogee, the air conditioning broke shortly after I bought it, and back then this truck was a 2002 Freightliner Columbia. Had 1.2 million miles on it when I bought it. So these air conditioning units on these Freightliners were horrible. I'd seen some Reddits and online stuff about guys replacing every single component of their AC system, and it still didn't work. So I spent about $500 trying to figure out some stuff with it. They put some dyed refrigerant in there, that way they could see where it's leaking, like ultraviolet stuff. And when it quit working 2 days later again, and I took it back for them to check the dye, they couldn't find a leak on the dye anywhere. And you know, so after spending $500 and not even having a clue what could possibly be wrong with it, I just said screw it, I just won't have any air conditioning. So the entire 4.5 years I ran that truck, I never had air conditioning while I drove down the highway. And I remember driving through this route, going down through Dallas, down to Laredo, Texas, and you know, being 100 to 110 degrees out, actual temperature, and man, it was got pretty brutal some days. But just roll the window down and deal with it. Now I did have a Thermo King tri-pack generator, so I was able to have AC while I slept. So that's the only reason I didn't really care about the tractor AC. But I couldn't even imagine trying to do something like that nowadays. Much older now. Much more of a crybaby now. But anyways, if you're just joining in, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do post a lot of other videos during the week, short videos, long videos. This guy needs over. Let's let him over. As interesting stuff happens out here. He must have missed that sign back there that said right lane ends. So, yeah, you're welcome,
Now
buddy.
continue straight ahead onto South 32nd Street.
Probably gonna get stuck halfway across this intersection and screw up the next people's green light over there. So apparently we got McAllister coming up.
Follow the road for 5 miles.
And then we got Shakota up here somewhere. I remember going through a town that got like Electric Avenue. That song would always start playing in my head every time I went past that. So they got that coming up here shortly, but don't think I'll still have you guys with me at that point, but we'll see what happens here. $35-mile-an-hour speed limit right now. I think this route has actually gotten slower than it used to be 10 or 11 years ago with all the construction and stuff I've gone through so far. Back in them days, the electronic logs we would use, son of a gun. I hate red lights. What I would do at this red light with the older style logging devices is I would click it to off duty right now, and it would stay off duty for the next mile and a half, and then it would click back to driving. But then if you turned it back to off duty within the first 60 seconds, it would just extend that off duty period and not put any of the driving down. So I could literally show like time warping on my logs. But they've closed those loopholes since then, so can't do that anymore. Come on, man. Gonna jump to 45 and then 55 right after that. So I have not had a 65 mile an hour speed limit for more than about a mile. Seems like every 65 mile an hour speed limit zone is like under construction. It's 50 or 55. The construction ends, goes to 65, and then a mile later there's a town and the speed limit drops. So not making good time across here today. Speed limit's 55 now. I need to hit the gas and go. Wow, look at that old Dodge pickup truck. That's pretty sweet. Dually. Can't tell, but it's probably historical plates on that. But man, that's a super nice pickup truck. And he's only going 50 miles an hour in a 55. Nice little red light here. Did that truck go through? All right, thank goodness. Man, I need to crank my AC up some more. And if you're just joining in, please make sure you hit that subscribe. Gonna put you on mute here for a few minutes. Gotta make a quick phone call. Hang tight, I'll be right back with you. All right, heading US 69 southbound. Just outside of Muskogee, Oklahoma right now. What the hell's he hitting his brakes for?
After 1 mile, merge onto the highway.
Man, should have stopped off and shot some guns real quick there.
Now merge onto the highway.
Already on the highway, thank you very much.
Follow the road.
Oh, finally a 65-mile-an-hour speed limit. Why it wasn't 65 before then is beyond me. All right, let's turn it up. Ooh, 70-mile-an-hour speed limit. I like that even better. Yeah, man. Ooh, that car sounded pretty good. All right, let's put some miles down. I need to get a move on it here. Losing a lot of time. Well, that guy's only going 52 miles an hour in front of me here, and it's 70. Probably trying to save on some fuel with the high fuel prices or whatever, but got a 30 to 40 mile an hour headwind right now. So that's going to reduce fuel mileage even more. Got anybody behind us? I think we do. I'm just going to get over. Nope, didn't have anybody there. Alright, I was going to stay in the left lane and continue to pass this Werner. He's running 68 miles an hour though, so it's not too bad. 67, 68. Well, hopefully the speed limit stays up here for a while. I need to knock some miles off. I didn't even do that many miles in the last 70, 80 minutes. Got slowed up ridiculously back there. All in little towns and traffic lights. doing, man? Why can't I get a speed read on this guy? There you go, 60 miles an hour. Pickup truck on my left. Decisions. Let the pickup truck go, and then I'll get over. Just hurry up, pickup truck. Guy in front of me going 63 now, 64. 65. Boy, he's slower getting up to speed than a big truck is. So if you're just joining in, currently heading Route 69, heading southbound. We're just outside of Muskogee, Oklahoma right now. I'm on my way to Dallas, Texas. Got to make a delivery in Dallas tomorrow. I'm gonna knock as many miles out of this as I can today. I got about, let me see, 4 hours left on my 14-hour work clock. Yeah, so that little camper I just passed is kind of getting up to speed now, finally. Not quick enough though. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I do try to jump on and do 2-3 live streams a week, more if I can. Usually it's Saturdays and Sundays. Probably won't be doing one this Saturday. It'll probably be Sunday. I run irregular routes, so it's always up in the air. I do post a lot of other videos throughout the week as interesting things happen out here. Short videos, long form videos. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Pretty warm day out here today. Got almost 90 degrees on the thermostat right now. Heat index gonna hit 107 today. Not good.
It says bro.
What up, what up? Not sure how well my signal's been holding up throughout this broadcast.
It says hi.
Hello again, hello. Welcome back. Not sure if my signal's been good or not for the last hour or so. It's been pretty quiet on here. But probably got about another 10-15 minutes, so I'm going to end this live stream. Definitely thank everyone for joining in and all your comments and everything. So definitely makes my day a lot more fun and interesting. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Probably gonna wrap my work shift up here in a couple hours anyways.
Says ET my please EZI tornado.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to translate that. Ah, Shakota.
At it says no RTUEST.
I think there's a Flying J truck stop in Shakota, maybe, if I remember right. It's been a good 10, 11 years since I've been down this route, so kind of cool to get to run down this way again. So got a lot of memories running along this route right here.
It says ATM.
Wind is definitely getting stronger.
At Ian, it says tornado in my sea entry.
Oh wow, well be careful. What country are you? Are you Argentina maybe? I think I remember you from a couple days ago. They're gonna have some high winds and hail and golf ball size hail, 70-mile-an-hour winds somewhere around where I'm at later. I think I'm gonna be far enough south to miss all the super bad stuff, but you never know. I'll probably be sleeping when it goes on anyway, so.
In Oklahoma.
Oh, you're in Oklahoma? I'm in Oklahoma right now. So, where's the tornado at in Oklahoma? Well, this guy's going a little slow here. Got some road work going on the other side.
It says you don't know.
Okay. Well, there's Interstate 40. Probably maybe should have went that way around all this quagmire of a mess I just drove through. Definitely not setting any records time-wise today. Losing time like crazy, and I can't afford to lose. My 70-hour weekly clock is in pretty rough shape right now, so I got good recap coming back to me.
And
So
Jocelyn McDonald says back.
Hi Jocelyn, welcome back. Still on here. I thought I was going to end this live stream a little while ago, but having a fun time, so I was like, well, let's keep it running for a little while. So Eufaula, I remember that. Atoka, I remember that. Alright, I'm getting over, lady. I'm not waiting anymore. Jesus. You know, it's really difficult to tell at the back of my trailer through my mirror if I have 1 foot of space or like 4 feet of space.
And Jocelyn McDonald says cool. At Ianascore it says IT said ECAN Riggy IF6.
Okay. Well, showing about 90 degrees outside right here. They said the heat index is going to be 107 degrees today, so.
And Jocelyn McDonald says 17 old.
Yep, I remember from before. Happy birthday to you and your dog. Hey Jocelyn, do you have a driver's license or a car yet?
At Ianascore it says Tornado IF6MI. And Jocelyn McDonald says no.
Okay, are you gonna get a driver's license at some point? I know some people get their licenses, sometimes they don't, so just kind of curious. I've read some news stories saying a lot of younger people nowadays don't really care if they drive a car or get a license or not, so.
And Jocelyn McDonald says yes.
Okie doke. Cool. Yep, I read some news stories that basically said a lot of younger generations aren't too concerned with getting licenses and like cars and stuff like that, which is pretty expensive. I mean, car payments, gas, gas is through the roof, car insurance, car repairs. Expensive to own a car, but I'm a car guy, I love cars.
At Ianascore it says I love IU.
All right, right back at you, bro. Or sis, whatever. I don't know. But, yeah, if I won like the Mega Millions Powerball, I'm pretty sure I'd probably buy 200 cars. I'd spend all the money on cars.
And Jocelyn McDonald says I have Toy's car.
Cool. I like those even too, so. All right, going to be wrapping this live stream up here pretty shortly. Probably the next chance I get to pull off and stop. So I definitely want to thank everyone for joining in and watching and all your comments and everything. So I have so much fun doing this stuff. Definitely makes my day brighter.
At Ianascore it says TORNEIDO on DA Brienne.
Alright, past this guy right here. Well, be careful. You better get in the basement if you got a tornado on the ground there.
At Ianascore it says help.
Where are you? What town are you in? I'm in Oklahoma right now. Type your address out. now. Call the police and have them come help you.
And Jocelyn McDonald says I have toy car Walmart.
Cool. Well, got a body of water there, and those waves look a little choppy on account of the high wind and everything, so. Probably can't see it that well the way the camera's positioned here. Maybe you'll be able to see it off to the left here.
It says ALCAHUMAD Trinetto IF6.
Okay, I don't know what any of that is.
At Ianascore it says help PPPPP.
Well, how can I help?
Jocelyn McDonald says El La Blue. And Jocelyn McDonald says El La Blue. At Ianascore it says and Queen 2 David I Tornado. Jocelyn McDonald says, please help.
Subs. Oh, I remember that place. I had to get a Flying J. I don't remember that casino being there, I don't think. Maybe you do remember being there. Oh, yeah, I do. Huh. Been so long since I've been down here. That diesel's only $4.29 a gallon. Very interesting. Well, I'm probably going to have to hit a exit ramp at some point here because I got to wrap this live stream up for the day. Got some phone calls I got to make. Sure, the bat signal's not doing too well here. Probably maybe gonna lose that signal at some point here. Hopefully I'll get to pull off and wrap this up properly before it disconnects entirely. But if it cuts out before I intended to, Thanks everyone for joining in and checking out my live stream. Been fun chatting and listening to all your comments for the most part. I'll probably be back on here again on Sunday, but you never know. I could end up popping up anytime really, so. But definitely no longer than 5 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna have to wrap this up for the day. This is my second live stream of the day today, so.
At I_Explorer says help.
Well, wish I could help. I don't know how to help. If you do have tornadoes going on, I hope you have a shelter, somewhere safe to go. Stay on a lower level, away from glass. If need be, bathtub. Man, you got more water over here. I forgot about all these big lakes and stuff they got here. Well, there's a big piece of construction equipment there.
At I_Explorer says Tornado IDNT Tornado IF6.
Man, it's a big thing of water. Big body of water.
At I_Explorer says Toyota ITOIF6.
Yeah, I don't know what IF6 is.
At I_Explorer says HLP. Jocelyn McDonald says I'm going to EALBCZ Altorny LTO.
There's a train coming there, that's pretty cool. I think my signal is degrading even more.
I_Explorer says Tornado 6. I_Explorer says OMG Tornado.
I think you're gonna be alright, man. Well, just cleaned my windshield when I got fuel, and man, I already got bugs splattered everywhere all over it.
And Jocelyn McDonald says Toronto is 6.
says Canadian on there. Canadian Indianola.
At Ionosaurus says TORNEITO Brock Uindle Health PPPP.
I gotta take some ibuprofen now.
At Ionosaurus says help. And Jocelyn McDonald says OMG tornado. At Ionosaurus says help.
Are y'all copying each other's messages, or are you the same person?
At Ionosaurus says help. And Jocelyn McDonald says Sam.
That's kind of figured. Something weird. Why? But why though? Why are you the same?
And Jocelyn McDonald says help.
Well, I am actively looking for somewhere to bring this live stream to an end for the day, so hopefully I'll figure something out with that. I have to pull off, end it while I'm stopped and not moving, so next chance I get to do so, that's what I'm going to do. Once again, thanks everyone for joining in and taking part in my live stream. Thanks for all your comments and conversation and all that. It's been a treat. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do put a lot of cool videos up during the week as they come in, as it happens. Yeah, might bang this on ramp here and see if I got some room over here. I can't talk. That truck's getting on. What's going on here? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this shoulder on the on-ramp here. Make sure it's clear. Everything looks good. All right, everyone, that's going to bring today's live stream to an end. Thanks for joining in. Thanks, Jocelyn. Thanks, Ionis. Thanks, Pruth. I'll chat at you guys the next time. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.